I know nobody that's non-Muslim who lives in Dewsbury who doesn't want to leave. Everyone I know that had the wherewithal to leave has left. And all of a sudden there's like 1,000 angry Muslims marching up the road towards me, and I was terrified.
We were planning to publish this video about England's Muslim town this week, but then this happened.
Alistair Silva at GR, BB King and Elsie Stancombe were stabbed to death in a brutal attack.
The attacker was not an immigrant and he does not appear to be Muslim. He was born in the UK to Christian Rwandan parents, but it didn't matter. Vigils gave way to protests and then to anti-Muslim and anti-immigrant riots that have swept the country.
The country is bracing itself for more scenes like this.
After a racist mob set a car and tyres on fire.
The rioters attacked Black, Asian, and Muslim Britons, police, a mosque, and tried to light a hotel housing migrants on fire. Muslim groups responded by taking to the streets and, in some cases, attacking white Britons. As this all spread on social media, this happened.
So I'm actually being arrested.
You're going to be arrested, okay?
Right.
So you got to the police station. This is in relation to some comments that you've made on a Facebook page.
In our video, we went to Dewsbury, the home of the European headquarters for Tablighi Jamaat, a strict Islamic sect that seeks to spread Islam. This was not an inflammatory video.
People come to work here and they love it here.
Rather, we had two guides, a white Englishman who believed multiculturalism had failed.
I've no problem with Saviltown. Point is, if it's such a great place, why did everybody leave?
And his friend, a Muslim born in Pakistan, who disagreed.
And on the other hand, I absolutely love it here.
We want to try and protect what's ours in the way of our children, because otherwise, look, the second generation would not be here, would be back home.
They had an extended conversation about this topic and took us to a Muslim area that white people in the town told us was a no-go zone, so we could see it for ourselves, do interviews, and make up our own minds. But now, we can't publish it, because the UK is threatening to arrest people it says are posting inflammatory content. The people we interviewed asked us not to post it, fearing that doing so could destroy their lives. This week, the UK government said it is scouring social media to find material that is insulting or abusive and likely to start racial hatred.
And we do have dedicated police officers who are scouring social media. Their job is to look for this material and then follow up with identification arrests and so forth.
It's unclear what exactly meets that definition, though, and even those who retweet such material could be punished.
So if you retweet that, then you're republishing that, and then potentially you're committing that offence. So it's a really, really serious. People might think they're not doing anything harmful. They are, and the consequences will be visited upon them.
It's true that misinformation is being spread and inciting violence, yet various people we spoke to say that while misinformation about the dance studio attacks started the current spate of riots, the ongoing violence is part of a larger problem.
Multiculturalism, what's your take on it?
I don't think it works.
Why is that?
I think people have got different cultures, different religions, and I just don't think it mixes.
Brits who oppose immigration are increasingly angry after successive leaders who promised to curb it failed to do so. Instead, immigration hit record levels. People told us they feel frustrated and disenfranchised. Tensions have risen amid the current war in Gaza, during which some protesters have chanted in support of Hezbollah and Hamas, and some conservatives have called for banning such protests. Meanwhile, some candidates have run primarily on the situation in Palestine rather than in Britain. This man, for example, was elected to the Leeds Council in May.
Don't be silent! We will raise the voice of Gaza! We will raise the voice of Palestine! Allahu Akbar!
Between this and other protests, one man who is looking to lead the Conservative Party has called to restrict the phrase Allahu Akbar, a common Muslim chant that means God is great. He said that aggressively chanting it is intimidatory and threatening. It's also true that the current riots aren't the only recent instances of violence in the UK. Last month, there were riots in Leeds after police tried to take a Roma family's child into custody. Police had to retreat and a bus was lit on fire. The Guardian called this disorder rather than a riot. Also last month, this clip went viral showing a Muslim man getting kicked in the head by police at Manchester Airport. That sparked nights of protests and warnings like this one.
Immediately, every one of them officers needs to be arrested. Immediately. If not, then we will go to Plan B and you will see big protests, I promise you. Protests like you've never seen before.
Then the full video emerged showing a brawl preceded it. The point is that the UK is in a volatile situation right now. Tensions are high and violence is happening. Meanwhile, the government is repressing serious reporting on the relevant issue. With tensions growing, is free speech at risk? Thank you for watching this far. We plan to release our full video on the Muslim town once the current situation improves. Make sure to subscribe to get that when it comes out, and thank you for watching.